Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2019 Hays Larks season. I'm Carson Ackerman on the call, and I'll be with you throughout the season here on Larks Network. Game 1 of the season features your Hays Larks taking on the Denver Cougars at Larks Park in downtown Hays, Kansas. On the mound for the Larks, we have number 27, Christian Piercy. Christian comes from Rockford University, originally from Tucson, Arizona. The right-hander at his career at Rockford has a 1-3 record with 1 save and 16 appearances. Comes in with 52 strikeouts and a 4.65 ERA. And stepping into the box for the first at-bat of the season will be the center fielder, number 17, Frankie Sheeran. Behind the plate, catching Piercy's pitches is the catcher, Mikey Gangwish. And behind the plate, calling the strikes, will be Dave Hanslick, as this one is grounded into center field for the first hit of the campaign.
The second baseman, number 5, Hayden George.
Now stepping into the batter's box for his first at-bat of the game will be number 1, the second baseman, Hayden George. Quick start to the game as there's already one runner on with only a singular pitch already for Piercy. He'll check the run over at first base before he fires this first one into George. Checks the runner over at first, gets ready for his first pitch. Sends this one in. It looked like it could have caught the inner part of the zone, but they will call it a ball. It will have a 1-0 count. Piercy seems to be bothered by that runner at first base. Checking over there. This one is fired in, hit to the left side, rocketing, and it will land in foul territory. 1-1 count here in the first inning. No score from either team. The Denver Cougars are coming in from the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. Their highest NBC finish was in 2010 when they finished in 3rd place, compared to the Larks, who have many second place finishes, but still have not had that first one yet. But you get the sense there's a magical feeling this season with a new roster in a new league, and it's a brand new season. He will check the over and at first, and they'll call him safe. When it comes to that new league, there's a lot of questions with it. Larks joined the Kansas Collegiate League Baseball. They've been in the Jayhawk League since 1976, and this is their first year outside of it. The KCLB started in 1999. There's 2 different divisions. The Lark happen to be in the Jayhawk West Division that consist of themselves, the Dodge City A's, and the Liberal BJ, so some familiar foes in this division. But in the South Central Division, there is 7 other opponents we haven't seen too much of before. Still a 1-1 count as Piercy fires this one in. It'll go right down the middle for strike number 2. No movement from the runner, but Piercy keeps checking over there. We'll see what happens. And ground this one over to the first baseman. Belbin cannot get a handle on it as the runner will advance to third base. We have runners on the corners with no outs here in the top of the first. So stepping in for the Cougars is the right fielder, number 19, Jacob Leifer. Mr. Leifer hails from Denver, Colorado, but he plays at Ellsworth, Iowa Community College, where he was a redshirt freshman last season, and we'll see his first pitches from Piercy right here. This one goes out, but it catches the outer side of the zone. We'll have an 0-1 count. This one will be a swing and a miss. 0-2 early. Still nobody out with runners on the corners. Piercy checks the run over at first, gets a sign from Gangwish. Sends the 0-2 pitch, and it's swung on and missed for strike number 3. 1 out. Runners on the corners early for Piercy.
The catcher, number 13, Brody Marino.
So we'll see the catcher, Brody Marino, step in this box to see his first glimpse of Christian Piercy. Piercy, we mentioned, came from Rockford University, the Division III university. Originally from Arizona, this is new territory out here in western Kansas. Pitched 62 innings over his 3 years there. This one will miss high up in the zone 1-0 early. This one will catch the outside part of the zone. We'll have 1-1 count. Gangwish is one of the few returners for the Larks as he sits home behind home plate. Notable name returning again is Coach Frank Leo, the 2015 NBC Hall of Fame inductee, is back for his 37th season coaching for the Larks as Piercy checks the runner at first, call him safe. Runners at the corners, 1-1 count, top of the first. This one will be fired. It'll hit to left field to Justin Lee. Catches it. Runner tags up. He'll throw it home. Cut off, but not going to the plate. Early 1-0 lead for the Cougars.
The first baseman, number 24, Grayson Swanson.
We'll see the first baseman, number 24, Grayson Swanson, get his first cuts of his at-bat at Larks Park in Hays, Kansas. The Cougars last year finished with a 23-27-1 record, went 15-9 in league play, but did not have an NBC tournament notable run. This one will hit the dirt, or should I say turf, and he'll check the runner at first. 1-0 count. Piercy looks from the sign from Gangwish, takes a peek over there at the runner at first. This one will miss outside. 2-0 count. Our runner at first, Hayden George, shows that he is aware, leaning over to this first base side every time Piercy takes a look at him. Piercy throws this one in. It's a strike, 2-1 count. 2-1 count, top of the first, with 1 out and 1 on first. I mentioned earlier, Larks are again coached by Frank Leo, who was in 2005 inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame. So 2 notable Hall of Fames on his resume, as this one's grounded to Leon at second base, thrown over to first base, and that'll be the end of the top of the first. So at the end of the top of the first, Cougars take an early 1-0 lead, and we'll head to the bottom of the first after this break.
The University of Kansas Health System is the only hospital in western Kansas to offer Da Vinci robotic surgery. Robotic surgery is performed with smaller incisions that can result in less pain and shorter stays in the hospital.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as you are tuned into our YouTube live stream. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can keep updated with all things Larks. We're here in the bottom of the first as the Cougars lead 1-0. Stepping into for his first at-bat of his campaign is the center fielder, number 1, Drake Angeron. He takes strike 1. Mr. Angeron was a redshirt freshman last year at Dodge City Community College. You can see why he's our leadoff hitter this year. He hits this one over to the right field side between the gap, and he'll be on with a leadoff single. So now stepping up is the second baseman, number 4, Jimmy DeLeon. Hails from El Paso, Texas. He's a right-handed hitter and a right-hander thrower. One of the shorter guys on our team who'll step into the batter's box with his 5'7" frame. On the mound for the Cougars facing off against the Larks is Jeremiah Scott Jr. Leon will look at his first pitch coming and miss the zone. 1-0 count here in the bottom of the first. No runners out and Angeron on first base. It's packed the park night here at Larks Park, and the park is indeed packed. There's a line outside of the concession stand leading all the way up to the stands. This one hit the turf. They'll throw over to the first base, Angeron, but the first baseman will miss the catch, but the ball does not roll far enough for Angeron to advance. DeLeon played last year at Cochise College. In high school, he was a first-team 6A All-State in the state of Texas and was selected to the Texas High School Baseball All-Star Game. He'll take a cut at this one. Misses it in strike number 2. This one will go outside into the left-hander's batter's box, but the catcher, Brody Marino, does a nice job of blocking it, not allowing Angeron to advance, as we'll have a 2-2 count. The right-hander, Scott Jr., will look from the sign from his catcher, Marino, as DeLeon lines up. This one once again going to left-hander's batter's box. Angeron will advance to second base easily. Throw was far too late. Three-two count, full count on DeLeon. Runner on second. We've seen Angeron has speed. A single into the outfield will surely get him home here. DeLeon will swing. It'll go over to left side, but foul, nearly taken out, Coach Leo. This is the kind of textbook at-bat you want to start the game from your early on hitters, taking the pitcher many pitches, taking him to a full count. One on second base, no outs here in the bottom of the first. Denver leading the Larks 1-0. Will deliver the full count pitch, which is swung, popped up behind the plate to the first base side. Out of play. Full count.
Foul balls back to the Larks nest. You get $1 courtesy of the Hays Police Department.
DeLeon steps back in. He'll take another cut, fouled over to the right side, out of play. Great at-bat from the 5'7" freshman. Taking him high in pitch count here in the first inning with no out. De Leon doing a nice job of protecting the plate here with 2 strikes on him. He'll take his cut at this one, flied out to left field. Left fielder retreating, but he'll get it, and Andrew will remain at second base. So 1 out, 1 on, as the left fielder number 9, Justin Lee, a teammate of De Leon at Cochise College, steps in. The right-hander hails from Las Vegas, Nevada, joined by fellow teammate from Las Vegas, Michael Wong. This one thrown down, out of the zone. 1-0 count with 1 out and a runner on second at Cochise College. Mr. Lee was second team All-ACC AC in 2018 and second team All-Region in that same year. He'll get this one fired to him. The center fielder retreats, and it'll not get caught. It'll roll to the warning track, hit off the fence. Andrew will come in to score as his first hit of the season for Mr. Lee is an RBI double. That is what you'd like to see from the start of the game. Only 1 out, high pitch count, runner on second, 1 run. We're tied here at 1 here at Larks Park. So now stepping into the batter's box is the catcher, Mikey Gangwish. This is his 3rd year playing for the Larks. Originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Finished his senior year at Colorado School of Mines. Lee looks like he's going to take off for third, but hesitates. This one will miss. 1-0 count. Bottom of the first, 1-1 score. Gangwish will take a cut at this one, but unfortunately he will miss it. 1-1 count. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay updated with the Lark seasons again, and hit the notification bell so you are notified when we're going live with our games. This one almost nicks Gangwish, but it will not. We'll have a 2-1 count. Two-one count with Lee on second base. This one almost a pitch out. 3-1 count. Gangwish in his career at Colorado School of Mines has 46 home runs with a .354 batting average. This year, leading up to the season, was a preseason All-American. This one will catch the inside corner of the zone. Full count. Already here between De Leon and Gangwish. 2 full counts. High pitch count in the first inning for Jeremiah Scott Jr. on the mound for the Cougars. A pitch out as Lee advances to third base, and they'll call him safe, and it will be a called 4th ball, and Gangwish will advance to first base. Runners on the corners, 1 out in the bottom of the first for the Larks. Stepping up will be
on the left, sir, the first baseman, number 26, Jared Belbin.
Will be Jared Belbin, wearing number 26. He hails from Australia. Our only players coming from overseas. Belbin's playing first base for the Larks. As there's a runner on first, this one will go high inside in the zone, ball 1. 1 out, runners on the corners here in the bottom of the first. Scott Jr. fires this one in as Belbin will foul this one off to the right side. 1-1 count. Belbin steps back into the box. Scott Jr. will look for his 1-1 pitch. This one will catch the bottom part of the plate. Or excuse me, the zone. 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch will be fouled out to the right-hand side as Coach Sedbrook, our first base coach, gets a hand on it. 1-2 count, 1 out, runners on the corners. This is part of a 2-day series as the Cougars and the Larks will play again tomorrow right back here at Larks Park, and we'll be broadcasting it right here on Larks Network. Strike 3. So in Belbin's first at-bat of his 2019 campaign in Hays, Kansas will be a strikeout. So 2 outs as the third baseman, Hernan Yanez, steps into the box. He's coming to us from Cochise College, where he's teammates with Justin Lee, who stands on third base, looking to advance home and put us up 2-1. And he steps into the left-hand batter's box. And this will miss high and outside. Ball 1. Yanez dodges out of the way of the 1-0 pitch. 2-0 count. So far, Scott Jr. for the Cougars has been inconsistent with his accuracy as a second time already. A Lark has had to dodge out of the way of a pitch running high inside. This will miss high and outside for ball 3. Yanez looks over the sign from his coach, Coach Leo, see if he wants him to take on a 3-0 count. 3-0 count, 2 outs, runners on the corners, 1-1 game here in the bottom of the first inning. This one will miss far outside, bases loaded on the 4-pitch walk. So bases loaded for the right fielder from New York, George Sutherland.
Coachise College, right fielder, number 8, George Sutherland.
Mr. Sutherland is one of the handful of players, again, from Cochise College. Originally from East North Point, New York, he wants to give a shout-out to his sister, Sammy. The 6-foot sophomore stepping into the left-hander's batter's box. I'll watch this one miss outside, ball 1. This one miss far outside again, 2-0 count. So Southern watch a 2-0 pitch, catch the outside part of the plate, 2-1 count. George Sutherland is a 2-time All-League Suffolk County first team. As this one will be popped out of play over to the left side into the Larks fan pavilion. 2-2 count here with 2 outs and bases loaded. They'll check his swing. They say he went. So strike 3 called, and we'll move into the second inning, tied 1-1. Thank you to the following sponsors you can see on your screen for making these streams possible.
Keaton Brown. Thanks for helping out, Keaton. The Hays Larks and Big Brothers Big Sisters had an exciting morning together.
Stepping in to lead for the Cougars here in the top of the second inning. Piercy will throw his first pitch here in the second inning. It'll be hit over to the third base and called foul from the shortstop, Angel Mojica. Early 0-1 count here in the top of the second. Tied at 1s. Swung on, strike 2. Mojica hails from Denver, Colorado, played at McCook Community College in Nebraska. This won't be called ball 1. It's a beautiful 83 degrees here in Hays, Kansas. With no wind, there was originally in warm-ups a wind blowing to the left side of the field, but it has since shut down, and it's a beautiful night for some baseball. There's one outside into the left-hander's batter's box, 2-2 count. The Larks come into this game after failing to make it out of pool play last year at the NBC, only having a 1-2 record there. However, they did win the 2018 Jayhawk League. Now it's a new league, and it's about winning our division of the league. This one hit over to the left side of the field again, foul again. Full count here, nobody on, nobody out. Larks failing to make it out of pool play last year, but still are a 5-time NBC World Series runner-up under head coach Frank Leo, as Mojica will advance to first base. One runner on, nobody out, tied at 1 here in the top of the second inning. Caleb Miley, the designated hitter, will step into this batter's box and get his cuts from the right side of the plate. Miley played last year at Missouri Baptist. This one will drop inside. Nice curveball from Piercy. 0-1 count here early on. The 0-1 will be swung at and missed. 0-2. Piercy handling himself well in this at-bat. Get the sign from Gangwish. Peek over at the runner at first. Be high and outside. 1-2. One-two count. Runner on first here in the top of the second. Called strike 3. 1 out. So now coming in is the left fielder Anderson Allen.
Number 3, Anderson Allen.
One out, one runner on first. Piercy will throw this one fouled back, straight back, hitting the pole and bouncing back. Delbin keeping the runner over there on first tight. As Piercy takes a peek, shakes off the call from Gangwish, takes another peek. Throwing from the stretch, this one misses outside. 1-1. Piercy, one of the taller players on the team, perfect with a pitching frame, standing at 6'4". This one will miss just outside. 2-1. 2-1 count here in the top of the second. Two-1 is fired in and missed. 2-2 count. Check the runner over at first. The throw was too far outside and too late. Piercy gets the side from Gangwish. This one will catch the outside part of the plate. Full count. Miley had already started to make his way over to first base. Or excuse me, Allen. And this will be swung out and missed. Strike 3. 2 outs here. After walking the first batter, Piercy has handled himself well this inning. Stepping in, the third baseman, Hunter Reinders. Oh, 1 count here in the top of the second. Oh, miss outside. Gangwish makes sure to check over at the runner at first base. will be fouled back behind the plate. 1-2 count. 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. This one will miss outside. So runner goes and will be thrown to second base, but not caught, and it'll roll into center field. But luckily, Angeron was ready, and the runner will stay at second. Two count. He will throw in the 2-2 pitch, miss outside again, full count. Full count here from the right-handed third baseman. Check the runner over at second. He'll fire it over to the shortstop. Kavanaugh gets a glove on it, fires over to first base for out number 3. So we'll head into the bottom of the second, still tied at 1. You're tuned in to Larks Network.
Hey, Larks fans, be on the lookout for tonight's Larks celebrity ticket sellers. Larks pitchers, number 19, Rustin Hays, number 22, Mason Myrie, and number 28, Michael Long. Selling raffle tickets that go for $1 each.
Welcome back to game number 1. Hays Larks taking on the Denver Cougars. We're tied up at 1 here in the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the second will be Wyatt Divis, the designated hitter and beverage batter. Wyatt Divis joins us from UT Arlington of the Sun Belt Conference. He'll watch ball 1 come in. 1-0 count here in the bottom of the second. Divis is a junior pitcher hitter, batting 120 at UTA, 2 RBIs. 1-1 count. Divis, originally from Lincoln, Nebraska, joins us for his second consecutive season here for Larks baseball. He'll take a cut at this one, and he'll foul back behind him. 1-2 count.
What do you think of the concession stand?
One-two count. No one on and no outs. This one will be called strike 3. Or Divis' first at-bat of the season, strike 3 looking. So now coming into bat is the shortstop, Matt Kavanaugh. Matt Kavanaugh joins us also from UT Arlington after his freshman season. Shortstop will step into the right-hander's batter's box. One out here in the bottom of the second. So we cut and foul back to the right side. Kavanaugh will get the 0-1 pitch thrown to him. Ball 1. One count here in the bottom of the second with one away and no one on. Be looked at as it falls short. 2-1 count. At UT Arlington, Kavanaugh added 207 with 3 RBIs and came around to score 5 runs. This will be hit over to the left side. The left fielder retreating, and it will be gone for the first home run of the season for Matt Kavanaugh. First at-bat of the season. First at-bat for the Larks. Gone to the left field side of the park for Matt Kavanaugh. So stepping in for his second at-bat is Drake Angeron after that home run. Right off the bat of Kavanaugh, you could tell that something had special on it, and it will fly over the left field fence. 2-1 lead now for the Larks. This will miss outside on Angeron. Angeron came around to score the first run of the game for the Larks in the first inning, stepping in for his second at-bat in the second inning. Watch ball 2 come in. The Larks have handled themselves very well against Jeremiah Scott from Denver. This one will miss outside. 3-0 count, so we'll likely see Angeron take here. 3-0 count. You'll watch strike 1 come in. 3-1 count, the perfect hitter's count. One count here, 1 out, nobody on. He'll watch this one hit the top far corner of the zone. Full count. Full count here on the center fielder from Louisiana. This one will be ground over the first base. He can't get a handle on it, and Angeron will race over and be safe at first base. In the first inning, you can see Angeron had wheels, and he's showing them off now. So stepping up for his second at-bat of the game will be Jimmy DeLeon.
The second baseman, number 4, Jimmy DeLeon.
He'll step in for his second at-bat of the season and of the game. Dale get his warm-up swings in and await the first pitch, and it'll miss just outside. 1-0 count, 1 runner on, 1 out here in the first inning. Angeron leading on his right leg over there at first base as DeLeon fires this one out into center field. Center field couldn't quite get a read on it at first, but it'll be caught by the second baseman, Hayden George, for out number 2. Coming in to bat Justin Lee.
Justin Lee.
Lee awaits his 0-0 pitch. It'll be fired outside. They'll check Androna over at first base, but he will be called safe. 1-0 count. 2 outs. 1 runner on first. The 1-0 pitch misses low and away. 2-0. But check Andron over at first, not be in time. Andron has speed and Denver is aware of it. We will watch 2-0 pitch miss high, 3-0. After this homestead against the Cougars, we'll have one game in Dodge on the 2nd. Travel to Dodge to play the A's there. Back in Hays the next day, and then back in Dodge the day after that. We will watch the 3-0 pitch come into the zone. 3-1 count. If you're just now joining us, Andron on first base came around to score the first one of the game, and Matt Kavanaugh hit a home run to drive in the second run of the game. Larks have a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the second. 3-1 count on Justin Lee. The 3-1 pitch will miss low. Runners on first and second for Mikey Gangwish.
Guards catcher, number 18, Mikey Gangwish.
Gangwish is a veteran of the Larks. One of the few guys returning from last year's roster. 2018, he was a Rawlings Regional Player of the Year. The Rawlings Regional Player of the Year. In his junior season at the Colorado School of Mines. He'll take a hack at the first pitch, fly it out to left field, and it'll be caught for out number 3. So we'll move into the top of the 3rd inning. Larks leading 2-1. Thank you to the following sponsors for making these streams possible. We will move ahead into the top of the third here. Piercy still on the mound. Frankie Sheeran will step up for his second at-bat of the game. Leadoff hitter came around to score the first run of the game. He'll fire this one over to the third baseman, who get it to Belbin in time for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The second baseman, number 1, Hayden George.
Hayden George, the second baseman, will step up for his second at-bat of the game. Left-hander reached base early with a single and advanced. Sheeran over to third base, who would later come around to score. 1 out here in the top of the third. Larks lead the Cougars 2-1. Piercy will get this one to catch the zone. 0-1 count. 0-2 count. After the series against the A's coming up, the Larks will travel to Clearwater to take on the Outlaws, one of the new teams we're facing this season, and one of the teams in the new league for the Larks. 1-2 count. In the league, in the South Central Division, the 7-team division has the Kansas Curve, McPherson Pipeliners, Valley Central Mud Daubers, Park City Rangers, Clearwater Outlaws, Kansas Cannons, and the Wellington Heat. E3, so we'll have a runner on here. 1 away here in the top of the third. The winner of each division of the KCLB will get an automatic advance to the championship week of the NBC World Series. So coming in is Jacob Leifer, the right fielder, with 1 runner on and 1 out. Leifer will watch the first pitch drop into the zone. 0-1. So far we've seen Piercy throw some nice dropping curveballs that look like they're going to miss high of the zone but drop in just in time to get a called strike. They just got movement. This one will be fired over to the shortstop. Kavanaugh throw it over De Leon at second, who'll get the double play. So that'll be outs number 2 and 3, and we'll head into the bottom of the third with the Larks still leading 3-2. We'll join you back here in the bottom of the third inning. Larks lead 2-1. Leading off the inning will be Jared Belbin, who struck out looking in his first at-bat of the game. Make sure you tune into our social medias listed on your screen. Hays Larks on YouTube, at Hays Larks Baseball on Twitter, and the Hays Larks on Facebook. Bell will ground this one over to the first baseman, who will make the play in time for out number 1.
Third baseman, number 24, Hernan Yanez.
So stepping in will be Hernan Yanez, the third baseman, number 24, who walked in his first at-bat. He was one of the 3 runners left on base in that first inning. He'll await the 0-0 pitch. Take a cut at this one, fouled over to the right side of play for strike 1. He'll step back in to await his 0-1 pitch. He'll watch this one miss high and outside. 1-1 count here in the bottom of the third. One away as Bellman grounded out to the first baseman. First baseman, Grayson Swanson. This one will come inside and high. Ball 2. 2-1 count. Yanez, the third baseman, started off that double play that ended the last inning, and he'll hit this one between the gap between the right fielder and center fielder, and it'll get down, and the center fielder will not be able to make a play on it, and Yanez will advance and round second base, and will start his career with a walk and a lead-off double. Not lead-off, excuse me. Runner on second with one away for the right fielder, George Sutherland. The sophomore from Cochise College struck out in his first appearance. He'll hit this one over to the left side of the field. Rocketed, it'll land on the warning track, bounce to the wall. Yanez will come to score, and Sutherland will get his first RBI this season on his double. So a double and an RBI for Mr. Sutherland. So Larks take a 3-run lead in the bottom of the third inning. So stepping in is Wyatt Davis, the designated hitter. Davis, one of the few returners from last year's squad. On the mound at UTA last year had a 6.20 ERA, but had a 5-0 record. Held his opponents to a .323 batting average while he was on the bump. This one will miss low in the zone for ball 1 on the designated hitter. One away here in the bottom of the third. 3-1 lead after Sutherland drove it into his first RBI of the year, and Yanez came around to score his first run. Davis will watch strike 1 come in, thought about swinging, held back. Larks wearing their white uniforms with red lettering and red sleeves, supported by the digital camo black and gray for the Cougars. He'll watch strike 2 come in, and Sutherland will be safe, stealing third. Beautiful run and beautiful slide from the New Yorker. The throw was too high and not in time. 1-2 count with the runner on third. Sutherland gets his lead at third. Not taking any risk is over there. And Davis will hit this one to the left side between the shortstop and the third baseman. It'll roll into the outfield. He'll get an RBI and his single for his first RBI and first hit of this 2019 campaign. And he was the beverage batter, so you'll see Larks fans making their way down to the beer stand for half-price beverages.
The shortstop, number 3,
Coming into the game, Matt Cavanaugh, not coming into the game, coming to at-bat. The shortstop homered in his first at-bat as a Lark. That was the changing run that gave the Larks their first lead of the ball game. This one will miss high for the shortstop. This one will be hit right up to the mound. Neither the pitcher or the second baseman will be able to get a glove on it, so we'll have 2 on, no one out here in the bottom of the third. So coming up will be Drake Angeron. Scored the first run of the game and singled in his last at-bat. And the catcher, Marino, will go to talk to his pitcher, Scott Jr., as there will be a mound visit. We'll join you right after this pause. Will step back in to get his third at-bat of the game as Scott Jr. will remain on the mound. Already high in pitch count here in the third inning. 2 on, runners on first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Larks lead 3-1 against their opponent from the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. And you're on watch ball 1 come in. Runners will not advance on the wild ball. Scott Jr. looks at the runner on second. Throw this one in. It'll catch the high part of the plate. 1-1 count. Androna waits the 1-1 pitch here. This will miss just outside. Ball 2. 2-1 count on the center fielder from Dodge City Community College. You can tell why he's a leadoff hitter for the Larks, batting .370 at DCCC with 71 hits and 25 RBIs. He's a speed demon. We saw that earlier in this part of the game. He comes in with 22 stolen bases from his time at Dodge City Community College. 3-1 count here with 1 away and 2 on in the bottom of the third. Andrew Reynolds take a cut at this one, line it into right field. It'll get down. Coach Leo will hold the runner at third. We'll have bases loaded with 1 away here for the second baseman, Jimmy DeLeon. So great opportunity for De Leon early on the season right here with the bases loaded and only one away. This one is high. 1-0 count. Larks being concerted with their leads on the base paths. This one missed high again. 2-0 count with one away. One away in the bottom of the third as De Leon watches ball 3 come in. Scott Jr. for the Cougars is high in pitch count, struggling with his accuracy currently. We'll see how long they keep him in there. No motion in the bullpen for the Cougars. And this will miss for ball 4. Well, ball 4, De Leon will get his first RBI in the season with that walk. So Justin Lee will step in, the left fielder. Stole a base in his previous appearance. Out. 4-1 lead for the Larks. Here in the bottom of the third, this one will miss. High and inside, ball 1. This one will catch the inside part of the plate. 1-1 count with one away and the bases loaded for Justin Lee. This one will catch and 1-2. The second team all-region player in 2018 from Cochise College will fire this one into center field. It will get down, drive in at least one as Andrew rounds third base, and he'll be in to score 2 RBIs for Justin Lee. Andrew was surrounding that corner fast. We've seen those wheels before. So 2 RBIs for Justin Lee. The Larks take a 6-1 lead. And we will get a pitching change here in the bottom of the third. We'll join you back here after this break as the Larks lead 6-1 in the bottom of the third. Bases loaded for Mikey Gainwish as he comes in to get his first at-bat versus the new pitcher, Jacob Leifer, who just moved in from right field. Mikey Gainwish comes in this at-bat already with 1 RBI. So perfect opportunity for him to add to that with the bases loaded and only 1 away. So he'll be fouled off. 0-1 count.
So they brought somebody else in at first base. So let's get the number of the first baseman. That will settle it. I don't know if we can possibly get
Larks have scored 5 runs in this inning already. Great opportunity to add to it here as this one will miss high from Leifer. 1-1 count here with 1 away in the bottom of the third.
send the first baseman to right field. The right fielder can pitch. They want somebody else in the first. He's going to check out the number. So 24. 24 is in right field.
It's going to be fouled out of play.
19. Jacob Leifer.
One, 2 count on Gainwish here with 1 away. He'll take a hack at this one, fire it to the right side of the field, but it'll miss foul. 1-2 count here on the catcher from the Colorado School of Mines.
Yeah. He was a designated hitter. Thanks, you got it. Randy? DH is in right field.
So after the movement from moving the right fielder onto the pitcher's mound, Caleb Miley, the designated hitter, will move to right field, and the the first baseman, Grayson Swan, will move to right field, and Caleb Miley will move to first base. So be caught by the first baseman, but not able to make a play in time as the runners will all advance, and an RBI will be driven in from Gainwish. That's his second RBI here on the 2019 campaign. The Larks will go up 8-1. So Jared Belbin will come in after striking out in the first inning. Two count here on Belvin. Watched in 1-2 count here on the first baseman. 1 away, bases loaded, 8-1 lead for the Larks. 7-1 lead. Be fired to the right side. First baseman will be able to make a play and get Belbin out, but that will now stop De Leon from coming around to score. So now it'll be an 8-1 lead here for the Larks. So runners on second and third for Hernan Yanez.
The third baseman, Hernan Yanez.
Hernandez will step up after walking, having a double, and coming around to score in his previous 2 at-bats. Larks already have 10 hits here. Only 1 out into the 3rd inning. This one will miss down into the turf. Catcher will do a nice job of blocking it. 1-1 count. Yanez will foul this one. And the catcher, Marino, will make a play on it for out number 3. That does not stop the Larks from scoring 6 runs in this inning to take an 8-1 lead. We'll catch you back here in the top of the 4th inning for more Larks baseball, made possible to be streamed to you by these sponsors. We'll join you back here in the top of the 4th inning as Christian Piercy comes out for his 4th inning on the mound. Leading off will be the catcher, Brody Marino.
Tell him to get out of there. All right. Somebody's going to have to go down there, too, and tell them to get out of the area. They're not going to hear this. Would you mind doing that? Just go down there, stand to the fence. We'll make the announcement.
This will be grounded over to the first baseman, Belbin, who will toss it to Piercy and get out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
The right fielder, number 24,
Grayson Swanson will come into bat after being moved to right field. Swanson comes into this game after playing for Oklahoma Christian College, originally from Greeley, Colorado. Early 1-0 count here on the right fielder from Piercy. Piercy had some struggles in the 1st inning, but ever since then he's been lights out and solid on the mound for the Larks. This one will miss just low of the zone. 1-1. One away here in the top of the 4th inning with nobody on. Ladies and gentlemen watching on Hays Larks Network, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can stay up to date with all our streams and broadcasts as Piercy's 3rd pitch will miss. 2-1 count. This one is low. 3-1. Three-one count here. Larks lead 8-1. Ball 4 will come in. So a leadoff runner on first as the shortstop Angel Mojica comes in for his at bat.
The shortstop, number 10, Angel Higa.
A redshirt sophomore comes in to his at-bat, getting a second look at Piercy. So miss high, 1-0. Larks infield behind Piercy looks like Belbin at first, De Leon at second, Matt Kavanaugh shortstop, and Hernan Yanez at third, as there will be yet another double play turn to end the top of the fourth inning. 3 outs, 3 up, 3 outs. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Larks leading 8-1 against the Cougars. We'll join you back here in the bottom of the fourth inning, led off by George Sutherland, joining Frank Leo. Two guys on the Larks from New York. The 0-0 pitch will miss down and outside, hitting the turf. 1-0 count on Sutherland. Two-0. For those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, and you can see the sponsors that make these shirts possible in the description. 3-0 count. And this one will catch the outside part of the plate for a 3-1 count. Leaf on the mound, wasting no time between pitches, going bang, bang, bang with those first 4. And Sutherland will take a cut at this changeup and be just in front of it. 3-1 count. Excuse me, full count, 3-2. And he'll advance to first base on ball 4. So he'll walk after having a double and RBI in his previous at-bat. And now Wyatt Divis, the designated hitter, will step in. Had a single and an RBI in his previous at-bat. 1 runner on for the designated hitter. Larks leading 8-1 after a 6-run third inning. This one will be skied out to right field. Land fair. Sutherland around second base. Wait for the call from Leo. Be called home. Divis will advance to third. It'll be cut off. No throw at home. Divis with a triple. 9-1 lead. 9-1 game after Divis' second RBI of the game and another triple. And as he's the beverage batter, all drinks on the Larks fan pavilion will be half off. So now stepping in is Matt Kavanaugh after having a home run in the first inning the second inning to get momentum rolling for the Larks. Ball 1 will miss.
9-1 lead here in the bottom of the fourth for the Larks. 1-0 count, 2-0 count now after that pitch misses high. In the second inning, Kavanaugh hit one to the left field side of the field, carried past the 322 mark in left field, and was gone for his first home run in his first at-bat as a Lark. He'll await the next pitch. This one will drop in for strike one. 3-1 count. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth as Divis awaits on third base. Kavanaugh will take a cut at this one. It'll be ground to the third baseman, and who will choose to throw to first, and will be not in time to Kavanaugh, whose speed gets him a single and another RBI. So coming in will be Drake Angeron, the center fielder, who scored the first run and has multiple singles here already. Angeron at Dodge City had 3 home runs and 22 stolen bases this last year as a redshirt freshman, originally from Morgan City, Louisiana, traveling a ways. But we're glad to have him as he's contributed well. He'll be in front of this changeup. 1-2. And you're going to watch this one come inside for ball number 2. 2-1. Still nobody out as Kavanaugh is able to outrun the throw from the shortstop, Angel Mojica. 3-1 count. Angeron takes a cut at the 3-1 pitch and will foul over to the right side of the field. Full count here with 1 runner on and nobody away here in the bottom of the fourth. Larks lead 9-1 after Kavanaugh picks up his second RBI of the game, driving in Divis from third. Angeron will sky this one out to right center field, shallow, and the second baseman Hayden George will make a play on it for out number 1. That's the first time Angeron's been retired this game. So Jimmy DeLeon will come in, the second baseman who walked. DeLeon awaits his first pitch from Leifer. That'll miss low. Ball 1. He'll think about turning on this one, but he will not. Will be a call strike nonetheless. 1-1 count here with 1 away and 1 runner on in the bottom of the fourth. DeLeon watches ball number 2 miss far outside. 2-1 count. DeLeon, originally from El Paso, Texas, the right-hander, played last season as a freshman at Cochise College. The Apache watches this one go in. 2-2 count. So Jimmy DeLeon's not our only guy on the team who played for the Cochise College Apaches, joined by Justin Lee and George Sutherland. Two count, 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
De Leon will wait the 2-2 pitch. Smack this one to left field, but it'll go foul after the line drive. 2-2 count. De Leon awaits yet another 2-2 after fouling that one away. This will be cut on, hit to third base, just down the line. Third base not able to make a play on it. However, Kavanaugh will be held at second base. Runners on first and second with one away here for Justin Lee. So the right-handed left fielder will step in. 2 RBIs on the game and a stolen base in his first game in the Hays Larks jersey. This one will catch the outside part of the zone for strike number 1. The 5'11" Apache from Cochise College, the second team All-ACC AC in his freshman campaign, and he'll smack this one left center field. It'll get down on the warning track, bounce off the wall. Kavanaugh will be waved home. A double will be in store for Lee with just a little bit more power. It could have been a home run, but it'll drive in a run nonetheless. Runners on second and the third for Mikey Gangwish. Runners on second and third for the catcher, Mikey Gangwish. 2 RBIs already in 2 separate at-bats. It's packed the park night here at Hays Larks Park. Sponsored by Hays Med, as Gangwish fouls us back out of play out of the stadium. The stadium is packed. This is always the highest attended night of the season. Great to see fans come out and support the squad. Larks will play tomorrow again against the Cougars at 6 p.m. This is game 1 of the 2-game series as Gangwish fouls us off for strike number 2. 0-2 count here with 1 away and 2 runners on the bottom of the 4th for the catcher. This one will miss high and inside, ball number 2. 2-2 count here. 1-2 count. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gangwish will foul another one out of play. The umpire is out of balls from Gangwish and De Leon's foul balls.
Thanks to tonight's bat boy, Ethan Brown.
Gangwish will foul Sky another one. Foul. He's had the power on him, just not the contact to put it in play. 1-2. De Leon and Lee stand on second and third base. As this one will miss, go into the right-hander's batter's box. Marino does a nice job of saving that to keep De Leon and Lee where they're at on the base path. 2-2 count. Gangwish will sky this one to center field. The center fielder retreats on it. Get this as Lee and De Leon tag up, but they will both be safe. No throw even made on either of them. That'll increase the Larks' lead. The scoreboard at Larks Park reads 12-1
with 13 hits for the Larks and 2 hits.
First baseman.
Only 2 hits that Piercy has allowed the Cougars to have. Great job on the mound defensively and hitting for the Larks. Great way to start their season. So we'll see Jared Belvin step in after striking out, but turning his fate and having an RBI later in the game. 1-0 count here. Two outs, 2 balls, 1 runner on third. Outside, 3-0. Belvin will watch this one catch the outside part of the plate. 3-1 count on the Australian. He'll watch this one in the same spot. Full count. 1 runner on, 2 outs. Full count on Belvin. Bottom of the 4th. Larks lead the Cougars 12-1. Belvin will hit this one. Made nice play by the first baseman who will race over, dive to first base, and he'll get him for out number 3. And Larks lead 12-1. So we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Larks leading 12-1. The stream made possible to you by these sponsors. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Piercy returning again. Caleb Miley, the first baseman, steps in, swings and misses after making the final out of the last inning, diving for first base. 0-1 count here. His bat shatters to 2 pieces, grounds it over to the third baseman, who gets it to Belvin in time for out number 1. One away. So stepping in is the left fielder Anderson Allen. One away here in the top of the 5th. Piercy's handled himself extremely well. Had some struggles in the first leading inning, allowed a couple of hits and a run. But those are the only 2 hits he's allowed. He's been perfect ever since. Anderson will foul us over into the Larks dugout. 0-2 count.
two away here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 quick outs here to start the 5th inning for Piercy, who, like I said, has handled himself well, been composed, handled himself extremely well. So, Hunter Reinders will step in the third baseman, number 2, from Centennial, Colorado. He'll watch this one come in. Ball 1, 1-0 count. This will be fouled over to the third baseman, Hernan Yanez, but it'll be foul and out of play. 1-1 count here in the top of the 5th, 1 away. Piercy will wait the sign from Gangwish. Send this one in. It'll be chopped over to the second baseman, DeLeon, who will have no trouble making the play, getting the ball over to Belbin. And we'll head into the bottom of the 5th inning. Larks up 12-1.
Leading off the inning from the Larks, the third baseman, Hernan Yanez.
Stepping in to lead off the bottom of the 5th, Hernan Yanez. His second time against Leafers. For those of you watching Larks Network on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay up to tune with all things Larks baseball this summer. Yanez fouls off the first one, 0-1 count. Yanez earlier in the game walked, later had a double and would come around to score. 1-1 count here on the third baseman. This will miss outside and low, 2-1. Yanez will watch this one come in, sky this one out into the middle infield, a mile high. Third baseman Hunter Reinzer almost injures himself making the play on that one. But nonetheless, the first out will be made as Yanez is sat down. But next up is George Sutherland, the right fielder from New York. Struck out, but would have a double and an RBI and would walk. Nobody out, one out, nobody on for Sutherland. This one moves across the plate in for strike one. 0-1 count here with one away on the right fielder from Cochise College. This will be hit over between the shortstop and the third baseman. The third baseman, Reinders, won't be able to make a play on it. So Sutherland now has 2 hits on the game as he aborts first base. So stepping in is the beverage batter, the designated hitter, Wyatt Divis. 2 RBIs, a single, and a triple for him this point. The designated hitter from UT Arlington watches this one go back to the backstop. But Sutherland will advance to second base. Divis at UT Arlington had a 120 batting average, 2 RBI. He's already surpassed his batting average and tied his RBI totals tonight. 2 RBIs, 1 strikeout, single, and a triple. 2-0 count. This one will miss high and inside. 3-0. Count here on the designated hitter and beverage bouted. And he will walk. 4-pitch walk for the designated hitter. Runners on first and second here for the Larks. So the shortstop, Matt Cavanaugh, will step up to bat. Teammates with Divis at UT Arlington. Cavanaugh had a .207 batting average in the Sun Belt Conference Division I baseball team. 5 runs, and he'll hit this one between the shortstop and third baseman, get the bases loaded. For a second, it looked like he was going to pick up his 3rd RBI of the game, but he'll be content with advancing the 2 runners and getting on himself. Bases loaded, 1 away in the bottom of the 5th for Drake Hangeron. 3 singles and a run. This is the guy you want up at Dodge City Community College. Had a .370 batting average with 71 hits and 25 RBIs. You'll watch the first pitch miss. Ball 1. Larks winning 12-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 away. This will hit the dirt. 2-0. The Larks will take on the Cougars tomorrow night, but will start an hour earlier. 6 p.m. First pitch is Angeron. Flies this one. Right center field. Center fielder will make a play on it. However, Davis at second base did not tag it up, so that will be a double play to end the 5th inning. And we'll move on to the 6th inning. Larks up 12-1. Thank you for joining us on Larks Network. Larks are up 12-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Make sure to follow the Larks on the social medias on your screen on Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. Frankie Sheeran, the center fielder, will step up for his first appearance against the new pitcher, Drew Marufo from the University of New Mexico. After a phenomenal first 5 innings from Christian Piercy, Frank Lee will make the call to get a change, and we'll see our first look at Marufo. Sheeran will sky this one out of play, 1-1 count. One count here in the top of the 6th for Sheeran. He'll hit this one out. It's a shallow right field. De Leon will make a play on it for out number 1. Larks have played well defensively. Only 1 error thus far. Rufo retires his first batter of the season. So now the second baseman, Hayden George, steps up to get his first look at Drew Marufo. Top of the 6th, nobody on, 1 away here. This one will miss high, 1-0. George will get a hold of that one, line it to left field, but it will go foul. 1-1 count, 1 away. One away here, 1-1 count on the second baseman, Hayden George. Larks putting on a show here on the batter's box as well as defensively. Rufo will get this one to drop in with some heat. 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch comes in from Marufo. It'll be lined out to left fielder Justin Lee, who will make a play on it without having to do much moving. 2 away.
The pitcher, number 19.
So Jacob Leifer, who was formerly the right fielder, now is on the mound for the Cougars. Comes up for his first look at Marufo from New Mexico. Leifer will foul this one away. 0-2 count. 2-way. Larks currently up by 11. If this goes another inning, 10 will be up by more than 10, so we'll have a run rule, and this game will end shortly. 0-2 count. 2-way, nobody on. Don't forget, tomorrow's first pitch is at 6 p.m., not the normal 7 p.m. We'll be right here on Larks Network. Nobody on, 2-way, 2 strikes. Rufo handled himself extremely well this inning, and this one will be fouled back out. 0-2 count still. Rufo awaits a sign from his catcher. He agrees with it, and he'll go from the stretch rather than the windup with nobody on. And this will hit the batter, Leifer, in the helmet, and he'll make his way to first base. So after being 1 strike away from going into the bottom of the 6th, we'll have a runner on, 2 outs, as Brody Marino, the catcher, comes to get his first look at the pitcher from New Mexico. Marino did a great job behind the plate. The Cougars only let one pass him. That really contributes to the Larks scoring. Otherwise, it has been great blocking the balls and keeping the runners for the Larks where they're at. You saw George Sutherland advance last inning to second base on one of the few pass balls all game for either squad. 0-1 count here with 2 away and 1 runner on first. Rufo catches the runner on first, gawking, and that'll end the top of the 6th inning. Great pickup by Marufo, caught the runner in his tracks, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Larks up 12-1. We're here in the bottom of the 6th at Larks Park as Jimmy DeLeon will lead off. Don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube channel. Stay tuned with the Larks. DeLeon watches the first one come in. 0-1. 1 away. Excuse me. 1 strike. Oh, a count on the second baseman, DeLeon. DeLeon skies this one to the center fielder, Frankie Sheeran, who makes a play on it without much movement for the first out. 1 away here for Justin Lee. 2 RBIs coming into this at-bat.
The left fielder, Justin Lee.
Right-hander will get his second look at Leifer, who's returning on the mound again. This one outside ball 1. 1-0 count.
Nice changeup that drops into the zone. 1-1. 1 away after DeLeon's fly out to center field. Here in the bottom of the 6th, this one almost catches Lee's feet, but it'll miss. 2-1.
Larks
12-1, handling themselves extremely well. 3-1 for the left fielder from Cochise College. Lee will take a knee almost to hit this one. Line out as the left fielder, Anderson Allen, makes the catch almost on the warning track. So 2 flyouts to deep center and left field. And now we'll see Mikey Gangwish come up again. 2-way here in the bottom of the 6th. Gangwish, 2 RBIs coming into this at-bat, similar as Lee on the last one. Gangwish will get Wood on it, get it over to the second baseman, who struggled to make a play with it, but he'll get it to the first baseman in time for out number 3. So we'll head to the top of the 7th after a 1-2-3 inning. Larks up 12-1. Thank you to the following sponsors on your screen for making these broadcasts possible. Back here in the top of the 7th at Larks Park in downtown Hays. Wyatt Davis on the mound for his first appearance of the Larks season defensively. Coming in from the designated hitter spot, he had 2 RBIs already, a triple and a single. Now we'll get a look of him on the mound and his time at UT Arlington this season. Davis had an ERA of 6.20, but still maintained a 5-0 record to help out the Mavericks. This one will be a called strike 1. So with the run rule in the 7th inning, as Larks are up by 11 right now, if that can maintain, this game will be ended early. Speaking of things early, don't forget, tomorrow's first pitch is at 6 o'clock, early start, rather than the normal 7 o'clock. 1-1 count here. Swung on and missed. 1-2 for the catcher, Brody Marino, whose at-bat ended early last inning, as Ruth had a nice, beautiful pickoff to end the inning. Swung on and strike 3. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. So next up will be the right fielder, Grayson Swanson.
The right fielder, number 24, Grayson Swanson.
Larks have handled themselves very well these past innings ever since that first issues in the first inning. Larks have been firing on all cylinders. Oh, count here on the right fielder. Swung on 1-1. One away here, nobody on the top of the 7th. This one is popped up, but out of play.
Tonight's cash winners, Christian Fairway and Colton Driley. Colton donated $40 of his winnings back to the Larks. Thanks, Colton.
1-2 count with one away here in the top of the 7th. Gangush gives a sign to Divis. They'll agree on it. Strike 3 called. Two-way here in the top of the 7th. So now coming up is the shortstop, number 10, Angel Mojica. Divis retiring the first 2 batters fairly easily. We'll see if he can retire this last batter, potentially of the game for the Cougars. He'll dodge out of the way of this one, but it still caught the zone. 0-1 here, two-way. Fouled off the right side of the field, 0-2 count. Two-away, nobody on for the Cougars. It's looking like Frank Leo will start off his 37th year with the Hays Larks with a win. Class 5A Coach of the Year in 1994 and Kansas Coach of the Year in 98. As mentioned earlier, he's a 2015 NBC Hall of Fame inductee and a 2005 Kansas Sports Hall of Fame inductee. And that will be the game. So Larks pick up their first win this season and their first win against the Denver Cougars. So Larks starting out the season undefeated. Larks will be back here tomorrow night taking on the Cougars with first pitch at 6 o'clock. So after that run rule, Larks pick up a 12-1 win as Christian Piercy picks up the win. Drew Marufo and Divis relieving him. Divis had a great game, saving this game on the mound. 2 RBIs, a single and a triple. He'll get the player of the game. So we'll catch you back here with first pitch at 6 o'clock tomorrow as Larks win. The final score against the Cougars of 12-1. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you back here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock first pitch.